full send right now. I'll full send right in that.
We get the opportunity to sit down with one of the most powerful people in the world, a world leader.
Yeah.
And we get to ask him some stuff. We're going to ask him what we want to ask him. So,
did you ever ask yourself why he wants to talk to you?
Yo, I'm just a YouTuber, bro.
I am feeling some type of way. You know, because niggas coming for me for my takes. Oh, Abba, you know, nobody has no responsibility, blah, blah, blah. Did you see the Nelk boys interview Benjamin Netanyahu? Bro, I am telling you, we are definitely going into a brand new space where YouTube content creators are becoming propaganda pieces for every foreign government and our own.
Fuck, man, I'm just a YouTuber, bro.
Now, if you don't know who the Nelk boys are, listen, these guys are regular Joe Schmoes. We're talking about like 80 IQ bros who spend their day talking about alcohol and, you know, oh, it can fucking Conor McGregor beat up a bear, you know, like shit like that. Yeah, fine, right? They're Canadian. They're like good old small town Ontario boys. It's hockey, girls, booze.
Before we get into it, if you guys have not tried out the Prize Picks app, we love watching sports and we love to fire on sports at the same time.
And fire on babies, just like Israel. And you can too with promo code NELK. Full send in your ass. Full send right now.
Watch a sports game anymore without firing on Prize Picks. It just makes watching the game so much more.
Because, you know, before we, you know, I mean, buddy up with a war criminal, want to know if you want to do some sports gambling. How you feel about that?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Two L's in one day.
Well, that's what goes hand in hand.
Facts. I'm pretty sure if you go to PrizeBet right now and you use promo code NELK, you can bet on Israel in this contest.
This is fucking nuts.
This is so crazy. We are so not qualified to do this. This is...
Then don't do it!
Someone wrote, we are not qualified for this. We should not be doing this. Maybe listen to yourself next time.
Here we have the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu. He's about to walk into the podcast right now. This is probably one of the most, if not the most controversial podcast we
for sure the most
have ever done.
Yeah.
And that's why they do it.
It's clout chasing. It's one thing, it's clout chasing if you want to meet an NBA player. When you're about to do propaganda for a foreign government, I think it's okay for people to be like, what the fuck is happening?
And by the way, I want to say too, I'm not claiming to be an expert on this issue or anything like that. I've kind of just probably like a lot of you guys that, you know, you read stuff online, and I feel like on the internet now too, it's like you don't even know what's real anymore. Like you read shit and it's like you see a headline and it's like, is this true? Is this not true? So I see so much stuff about, you know, what's going on in Israel and, you know, Iran and Palestine. And to be honest, I just really don't know what is going on there. So
right. So you feel like there's a lot of propaganda and lying online. So you want to sit down with a man whose job is to do propaganda for his own country and his own interests. Do you think it's going to make you more informed?
Probably going to be a lot of hate in the comments and stuff like that.
I mean, they are right. There was a lot of comments and a lot of hate because their fans turned on them real fast.
Did they? Did they? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't realize that how much of the fan base they cultivated. They're like, we don't fuck with the Jews, but a lot more who don't fuck with Israel specifically.
Yeah.
Dude.
We're journalists, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're technically journalists.
How can you pass up this opportunity?
Yo, I'm just a YouTuber, bro.
To me, this is crazy. Like how far we've come, and we're get to sit down with world leaders.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. So.
Yeah. I mean, for any backlash, this is just an opportunity, again, you can't really pass up.
You can. People pass on it every day. The same way you say no to certain brands, you can say no to political figures. You don't have to do this, but you're a fucking clout chaser, so you do.
I don't see it. Like, there's no one else doing this.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'll sit down with any world leader in the world.
I agree.
I mean, my dream guess is Kim Jong-un.
Both of
Kim
ours.
Jong-un, if you're watching this,
this is kind of like
to come to North Korea and interview you.
All I
as
could think about is the interview when we're doing
I'm
this.
so down to pull up to Moscow and interview Putin too.
Yeah, we'll do everybody.
It's like when you see that 55-year-old at the bar and some smoking hot 20-year-old comes up to him and wants to beg
me for me.
It's like, bitch, she's coming for your money, stupid. Like, have some self-awareness.
What's the name of that football team owner that says that his 26-year-old girlfriend didn't even know he was
a billionaire?
He was a billionaire. It's like, bruh, if you decide to lie to yourself, that's cool. Don't involve me in your life.
You can't look like an Oompa Loompa
Don't tell me
and say that shit with a straight face.
You guys are very tight, right? Would you call it a bromance?
You know, I really like him. So, like, do you think 100 dudes could take on a bear?
And the answer is yes. Ultimately, People join winners. That's what happens. People join winners. Israel is the best.
I want you guys to hear what Netanyahu says, and all of this goes unchallenged.
How about women? Okay, women in Iran, they shoot the women. They shot this extraordinarily brave and beautiful woman, shot on the sidewalk because she showed too much hair. In Israel, women are, you know what? What women? I'll tell you what the difference is. Okay, so I had this young woman officer. You know what she did now? She was flying over the skies of Tehran, attacking this horrible regime that tyrannizes the women in Tehran. That's the difference. The women there get shot on the sidewalk, and an Israeli woman pilot helps liberate Iran, quite the women of Iran. And boy, that's a big difference. And that's true of everything.
In Israel, our women go and bomb the women over there. Wow. What a beautiful person this motherfucker is. He's shitting on Iran and like its human rights violation, which it does have. And he props up Israeli women because look how free they are. They get to drive these fighter planes and drop bombs and kill hundreds of civilians. Oh, wow. I'm sure the women of Iran are like, we are so grateful to our Israeli overlords for freeing us of this hijab and giving us some fucking bombs, nigga.
I mean, if you bomb them, you free them in some way.
Facts.
That's
free
crazy.
from the hijab and free from this earth.
That's crazy.
Like,
that's crazy.
And these two boys are like,
and crickets.
Prize picks. Don't miss your chance. Set those babies on fire in your bank account. Fuck yeah, full send in your ass.
You want to know what kind of dumb fucking questions these are hard ass?
Please.
Fucking prize picks.
I'm doing this podcast, among other things, to reach young people.
Of course.
You guys are pretty young. I mean,
30 years old.
30.
30.
That's young.
Just a YouTuber, bro.
What's your go-to at McDonald's?
No, I'll tell you, Burger King. We did the double,
Whopper?
The double.
I haven't ripped Burger King in a long
It's
time.
not.
Burger
call it
King kind of
something.
sucks.
Yeah.
No,
The,
you're wrong.
the BK Lounge can hit.
I disagree completely.
You like Burger King over McDonald's?
That's your worst take, I think.
Absolutely.
That's a crazy take.
No, that was fine. I mean, I like burger. We go for the lot. The shakes, the French fries, the burgers. I mean, this is a massive attack on your health. Never mind. Okay.
No, it's
so
bad for
we
you.
stopped, but
We rode on his plane before the election because we were doing the same thing with him.
McDonald's
And yeah,
or-
McDonald's.
I think
Yeah.
it was McDonald's lunch,
Chick-fil-A.
dinner.
You ever tried Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A is good,
It's
actually.
good, right?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A is
The
good.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Dip the waffle fries in it.
I think I went for the Chick-fil-A. Can you get me some? Yeah. Can you get me some tomorrow? Sure. No, I'm on this protein diet,
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I was until
You saw President Trump, right?
in between genocide talk, this is what they do. No, you gotta watch this. It's crazy.
I'll tell you what happened. I can't divulge what happened in the meeting. It was great. But he says, he calls his aide, bring me the stuff. You know what he brings in? Chocolate. Candy.
Bro, no responsibility? None.
What the fuck's a war crime? The fact that you're not even signed up for prize picks. Get it now, or else we're gonna get you the way Israel's getting got.
At one point, they start saying that people who are protesting Israel and their occupation and everything like that are anti-American. And this goes unchallenged. He gets to come on here and smear Americans and Canadians and everyone who's protesting Israel as being foreign agents bought and paid for or being unpatriotic to their own country. It's like, when have a foreign leader come to your country and tell you you are not of your own country because you don't like their government? Crazy shit happens in this, and none of it goes challenged. This was pitched to Netanyahu like this: don't worry, these guys are idiots. You can use their platform to push whatever propaganda you want, and they won't push back on anything.
And I think that's exactly what it was.
The Israeli-Palestine conflict, right, centers around like a couple things: occupation of the West Bank, blockade of Gaza, illegal settlements, and rights to Palestinian statehood. None of it is ever brought up. So you have somebody on, they get to talk about this conflict and never talk about the most important parts. So what's the point of this, right? Without watching more of the interview and how crazy it is, I'm glad that there's a lot of public pushback. I'm gonna need you guys, the viewer, to start holding content creators to a little bit of a higher standard. And I don't know why we do this with politics. Maybe this is the only realm we do with this, but if a content creator comes on and brings on an advertiser, which is a scam product, and that shit harms the audience, you guys hold the content creator accountable. Fair?
Fair.
How's it possible that we have a lot of influence over our audience? We can get you guys to pay for things and buy things that might not be good for you because we've built trust, right? There's like, people trust You might not, as you watch, but a lot of people trust content creators. How do we not have a responsibility when it comes to that trust and how we use it? He said, I really want to talk to him and ask some questions. Did you ever ask yourself why he wants to talk to you? I have a lot
What's in it for him?
advertisers and people who want to sell products who approach me and they're like, I have a great deal for you. And I'm like, cool. What's in it for you? Oh, you get to have access to my audience. Okay, great. You want to sell them something. Great. What do you want to sell them? Oh, it's a horrible product that they don't need and you want to use my trust to sell them shit they don't need so it can hurt them. No. It's no different than this fucking shit. We have given content creators all the power in the world, all the influence in the world, where the biggest world leaders want to meet with them for their own propaganda use, and we just say they have no responsibility. And I just don't understand how that's a reality in life. I don't. And like we had this conversation with the whole Schulz thing. It's like, of course you have a responsibility. How do you not have a responsibility? And obviously I don't think it's the same interviewing a foreign leader as a presidential candidate, but you understand it's still the same idea?
This is the logical endpoint of we'll have anybody on and we'll just talk.
Maybe this is just what I grew up on. I always think of that Peter Parker with Uncle Ben. With great power comes great responsibility, right? And I'm not saying that you got to involve yourself in politics or whatever. That's everyone's own battle. But if you're going to, you should understand the power you wield in this field. And it's clear that these folks, all of these content creators wield power, or else these heads of state would not take time out of their incredibly busy schedule to spend time talking to you for hours on end if it didn't matter in how it shapes public perception. So if we understand that they have power, I think it's okay to say, you have at least a bit of responsibility. Maybe you don't even hit the Uncle Ben thing. You don't have great but don't they have a little bit? And I ask that question to you, the audience. It comes back to what I said in regards to the Schulz stuff, when it comes to, the Rogan stuff and all these different people who are getting themselves involved while pretending to be independent. This positioning of being independent and being better than mainstream and actually doing a worse job than them and then still trying to keep your brand.
But but the thing, I think you're wrong right there. Right there, you're wrong.
Okay.
Because they are still independent. And what that means is that they're not being paid by the state. That's just what it means. Well, it's just worse because at least when you're not independent, you're getting paid for whatever you're saying, for the hate that you're spewing, or for whatever you're doing, for the propaganda that you're doing. You're being paid for that. Mm-hmm. But they're not.
Yeah.
And so they, on their side, and that's the best way. On their side, they can say that, hey, I'm not paid by them.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're still contributing.
True.
You're still independent, but you're independent-ish.
Yeah.
Because it just means that you're not paid by them, but you're still being used.
Yeah. Price Picks. Promo code Nelk. And we also have to be honest about how people engage in political discourse. Most of the regular audience, and this is probably their own fault to some degree, but they watch a couple interviews and that's it. They're not going to learn about policy. They're not going to take the time to research things. And so when content creators foster this trust because they've been laughing with these people for so long, right? Content creators and their audiences have been laughing together and sharing moments. And we accompany you guys at work. We accompany you on your lunch breaks. We accompany you when you're traveling. Like, people really foster a certain level of trust with content creators. When they use that and bring this person on to quote unquote humanize them. Humanizing someone, is it bad? Not necessarily, but you have to keep it in the context of what they're doing in life, okay? If you're out here in the middle of a genocide and then you're also spending time just talking about how you like burgers and stuff, it almost feels like you're trying to erase what the fuck you're doing. No, I don't like this whole we're just trying to humanize them. A politician is elected for their policy. Not for how cool they are, not for how they make you feel. It's their policy that's going to affect you. So if you're not going to ask a single fucking thing about policy, get the fuck out of politics. It's in the name. Why are you going to interview somebody about coding and then try to find out what their childhood was like? Nigga, can you code? What have you coded? Why are we talking to politicians about their childhood when we're not addressing the very serious political issues that they're involved in? That doesn't make sense. This is a thing that I'm just getting lost in. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone because people get mad at me. It's like, what's wrong with humanizing? That's not their fucking job. But a lot of you guys in the public don't engage with politics or policy. You don't. So then I'm like, well, then get the fuck out the way. You're going to just vote based off vibes and feelings? You're a waste of space. You're wasting everybody's time because all your vibes and feelings mean nothing when they got to sign the dotted paper and fuck you over. They go bend you over with policy and you're going to be like, what's the vibe? Who cares? Oh, he's funny. So, is it going to be funny when prices keep going up on everything? Is that going to be helpful that he can make you laugh on the weekend? It's lazy. It's lazy on behalf of content creators, and it's fucking lazy from the public too. That's what I think. That's it. I said a lot.
When you think you're independent, and an entity is using you without paying you, you're not an independent. You're an intern. You didn't get paid, but you did all the work.
Yep.
But you feel like you're free because you could get off the job whenever you want because you're not being paid. But they're using you. You're not independent. You're an intern. You know what?
Does he?
I was like, you don't have a responsibility. But then I went home and I went back on the 10 years we've been doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And every time here in Montreal or in Quebec, there's elections and stuff like that, we get solicited.
Mm-hmm.
I personally get solicited. We get solicited on the page. And after we had the conversation about the duty, I asked myself, why did I always say no to these people who wanted to let me go be on your, all of a sudden you want to talk to me and you want me to interview you, and why did I say no? Because I responded, I was like, because I know, well, there's a couple of things. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I know what this is. You really want to have access to my people. You want to look good. Mm-hmm. There's that. There's also the fact that I'm not going to be the one that's going to be able to corner you. I'd love to be able to do it. I don't have the capacities to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know enough. And because I don't know enough, not only am I not going to be able to catch you on whatever bullshit you're trying to give me, but also I'm not going to be able to catch on to the bullshit that you're going to try to tell me. You're going to be able to corner me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even going to be able to catch that because that's not me. That's not what I do. That's not my expertise. So although I said that we don't have a civic duty, it's just that I think that we just disagreed on the depth of it. But I think in reality, we really agree. It's the reason why I never went, oh yeah, let's go have this political person on or what is. It's not my place to do so.
All right. Well, that's it for today's video. Let us know what y'all think in the comments.
Full send in your ass. Full send right now. I'll full send right in that ass. Not if it's Israeli. Just Palestinians. Benjamin, I gotta ask you a question. Ketchup or mayo? Fuck yeah!